Hello Libra, and welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive. I am here to do a 4-card spread for you, and it will cover March 1st through the 15th, 2018. And it will cover the past, now, future, and then your overall outcome. Now, please note that all energies do transcend. So let me move that camera a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. All energies do transcend. So what appears to be maybe in your now may end up being in your future, the future for your outcome, and that type of thing. So just go ahead and note that. But also, please be sure if this does resonate with you to like and subscribe and definitely post your comments. Also join our Facebook page, guys, because it is an open group. Oh, actually, it's a closed group right now. It's private, but later on down the line, I'm going to have more limits on it. So it'll be your chance to get in, and it's at theguidedintuitive.com. Just click the button to join the group. I think this is about it. I'm going to be using the journey cards, and these are through Alana Fairchild and Richard Cohen, and also Rossellini, who depicts the images and the beautiful artistic beauty from these cards there. And then I'll be using the not the Soul Tree Discovery cards, which I used last 2 weeks. I'm not using these ones, but I'm going to use the Soul Tree Oracle cards. Okay, so this will be kind of cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, in your past position, we have the title of this card, which is called Dance of the Planets. Sounds good to me. All right, Dance of the Planets. Now, this is a 56 card, reduces to an 11. You know, that's a master number in numerology, and that is about, gosh, very intuitive, right? Illumination, you know, is a higher spiritual plane, okay? That's what this card in numerology talks about. So let's get a little bit into what this card means. Now, this is saying that there are forces that are larger than your own, larger than your personal destiny, that are at work right now, okay? And although that they are not, you know, inharmonious to you, you may feel as though you're being blocked, you know, from one or the other at hand, okay? So that's what this card is saying. So, you know, maybe you feel like you're rocketed towards the heavens on, you know, a roll that nothing can derail, but quite frankly, this is saying that all the planets are dancing as they will, and there is an effect upon your destiny, okay? It was meant to be at this time. You know, from rising, there's going to be some gentle rest, you know, to recover before we go rise again, right? And before we can go into greater atmospheres, there's going to be some restraint, you know, that actually will be needed before we, you know, kind of have that propulsion into the greater stratosphere. So all things in time, Libra, according to the wisdom of the greater life cycles, are at hand. So it's okay to trust the cosmic life cycles, as you see here. This is what this is saying, it's okay to trust these, because, you know, after all, I mean, what's the point to rush? You know, why rush to, for instance, you know, to your car if it's not going to be fixed until tomorrow? It's like, why rush to the bus stop if it's not going to depart until tomorrow? Or the plane, whatever that looks like to you. Because at what point is there to hold back if you're ready and set to go? So this is saying trust in the timing of the rhythm of your life right now. Especially if things seem, Libra, to be out of your control a little bit, because this dance of planets is actually, it's actually happening through you. So this is the dance of the planets. So it brings this true message that pray that planetary forces are blessings of greater and unconditional love to you, that it is a greater, you know, mercy to you and greater joy to you now, because their movements through your life, Libra, may just happen in such a way that you can make the most of it. And that's what the card wants you to know. These are the times when big shifts are possible for you now, and they are supported by the movements, the cosmic movements. So truly just pray for grace, I think, is one of the biggest things. And then enjoy the ride. Okay? Enjoy the ride. So that's what it's in your past position. And we're going to go ahead and move into your now and see what that holds for you here. This is interesting. This is titled Angel of Jupiter Awaken. Angel of Jupiter Awaken. This is pretty nice. Now, this is a 6 card, and this is about responsibility, sympathy, balance, protection, community, that type of thing. Isn't that beautiful? I just love the illustrations and the art on this type of deck. It's pretty amazing. Russelini is just amazing. So this is saying that there is magnificent greatness for you, and the ability to live bolder and larger and just more exuberantly, Libra, than you have ever imagined. And this card wants you to truly awaken that deep spirit within you. Truly awaken that within you, because it's almost as if it wants to awaken that spirit, that's hungry for adventure and new experience. And this Angel of Jupiter is actually helping you. The spirit of bold and expansion and divine generosity lives within you. And your spirit can't be made small, but must be free. So this card is saying, start now, okay? Feel that infinity from your own heart, that endlessness of your own heart, and what can be done today to live, can be bigger. So in that, ask yourself, what can be done today so you can live bigger, right? So what do you need to do? Is it, what can be done? And is it an adventure that you could go to live bigger? Is it just sharing your vulnerability without fear to someone that is going to help you rise and fear bigger? Is it taking that step forward on the unknown? Maybe you're going through a job change, or you've lost your job of some sort and just don't know where to go next. Or, maybe you want to take that relationship to the next level and you just really need to open up. And this Libra is just really telling you just to take that step forward into the unknown. Just dare to imagine that the divine is with you, but through you. And embrace the courage of your own heart. And this card is asking for you to do that. Embrace that courage. Be bold, because the divine nature within you is calling to do great things. And now is your time to awaken it. So this is your guidance, Libra. This is your guidance, that you're being given the opportunity that can change your life. And, what does that mean for you? Are you gonna turn it away, or are you gonna not hesitate and accept it? So tell me what that means. Now, this is in your past position. This is in your now position. Now, it may be appearing up now, or it may be appearing, soon to be. But if you're acting with more assertiveness, more generosity, more playfulness, more spiritual authority than usual, this is your confirmation that this is coming from a genuine place within you. Are you going through some havoc in your life? A sense of things that are changing? Because this card is saying, yes, there is change, and yes, you are outgrowing what once was. So you will be prepared to receive something that is more suited for your next stage of growth, okay? The runway is ready for you. Very cool. Very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your future card is here. And this is just for a moment, joy. Now, another sign had this, so you guys check your moon and rising signs if they're different, obviously. You've got to check those out, because in the same position, this came up for another sign, and I can't even remember when this was. This is very cool. Now, this is a 46 card. Again, well, I shouldn't say again because this actually goes to a 10. And the 10 goes down to a 1, which is about initiating action, pioneering, individual, and attaining. Just for the moment, attain that joy, right? Very nice. Now, it might be that you just, you know, that you are afraid to move forward in some particular way, that maybe, you know, at this given time, it's just this is saying yes. If you're in the midst of darkness, if you're in any sort of midst of fear, you know, fear creates mountains and actions break them down. And this is saying, even that if you're in the midst of fear, just for a moment, find that joy and open up your arms and say yes to the universe. Because what happens, Libra, is that the universe responds in kind. That light that is just, you know, bursting out of her heart is coming right back to her. And this is really nice. Now, this is no sexual orientation. It just happens to be that the art figure on here is a woman. So, you know, please, you know, fill in the blanks there. But this is really saying to let go of the attachment of any apparent problems at hand as much as you can, because you're going to be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and just sort it out as it needs to happen. And so you need to just let that joy in, because you're being offered divine support to live a less guarded type of existence. And that, you know, your true nature is actually bursting out right now, and it's just bubbling to the surface. So just for a moment, joy, okay? More comes back right to you. So that's what this card is saying. Let's take a look at your outcome here. And the title of this card is Let the Feminine Way, Let the Feminine Lead the Way. Let the feminine lead the way. Take a look at this. Now, again, this just happens to be a woman, and if you're a man and you've been so focused just on the masculine side, this might say to tap in a little bit to the feminine. And of course, for the women there too, it might be you need to take the lead a little bit from your feminine side. You know, we all have that masculine and feminine side, and sometimes it takes a little balancing act, and sometimes we teeter-totter to one too far or one to the other, and sometimes you've just got to be reminded to maybe go to one side a little bit more than the other, depending on how that, you know, resonates with you. And that's what this card is kind of saying here. Now, this is a 39 card, reducing to a 12 down to a 3, and this is all about expression. This is about, you know, the joy of living. This is about verbalization, creativity, and, you know, kind of taking off from that expression here, which is really, really cool. So I like this. I really like this for you guys. So let's take a look at what this means. Is talk about that whether you're a man or a woman, that the way forward, the way it's moving a way forward in your life right now. It's like that feminine principle in you is the way forward in your life right now. She's, you know, she surrenders, and she's leading with her feeling, and she feels the intelligence of the divine guiding light in a way that the masculine principle maybe cannot at this time. So you may not see where you're going, but you can feel your way forward. And this card is reminding you of that. So to trust that instinct in you, let your mind go and let your senses lead you. Become more exquisite and communicative. Be led by your heart, Libra, okay? And don't worry if you don't know all the details, okay? That's what this card wants you to know, that, you know, it's all going to work out because she knows the way. Let her lead. So just really bringing confirmation to you that what you have been feeling or sensing, even without even some sort of logical or physical evidence, is worth following up on. Trust your senses over appearances, and trust your intuition over your intellect. This card is reminding you of that. You are just letting your feminine wisdom guide you, and she will steer you in the best direction. Beautiful, guys. Really beautiful. Okay, so a sense of even more direction outside of the feminine. What is it that we could actually put into play? These are quick one-liners, Libra, that I think that might be just some more positive reinforcement on your path here through the first half of March. I'm just going to let these fall as they may. And I shuffled these before, but let's go ahead and just choose what comes right out for us here. Be open. Be open. Oh, move this. Love this. And this is about being open to new ideas, new opportunities, and new people, Libra. Okay? Very nice. Extend yourself and share your own feelings, thoughts, and ideas. Exactly what this card is saying. And the next card, mystery, the beginning. Oh my gosh. And then I got communication. I don't know why I had to pull that last one, but maybe it was about communicating on the communication about using your feelings, maybe more so than the intellect side, and that's kind of resonating. So we talked about this one. This is more about, you know, kind of the mystery of things, right? So having a little bit of the mystery, and sometimes that comes into play. You can take a look at it here. Isn't this beautiful card? Mystery. Just follow your intuition guidance, Libra, regarding the question, and to be open to the mystery and the unknown. So, you know, sometimes we don't always have the answers when we're kind of moving forward with things that we sense, right? So we've got to, you know, kind of use that. This talks about the beginning. So this is amazing. So just the beginning, that is only the beginning, that you're starting to use your you know, perhaps your senses, and moving out and, you know, experiencing that joy that was always there for you, but you may have not had seen it. And that's what it really wants you to talk about. It's the beginning. It's the start of something new. It could be a relationship. It could be, you know, it could be an idea that creates a unique opportunity. Anything new, even a career. So that's a new way of doing things, you know, in this. And then next thing is about communication. And this is express your feelings. You know, this is what this wants to remind you of. If there's something that you are trying to bring into your life, but it hasn't come easy, that you're encouraged to communicate clearly through, either it's through your senses, as this talks about, you know, and clarify it, you know, feel what you want, feel what you want to happen. And rather than just talk about it, go through those senses and start feeling about it as well, because that energy brings in that like energy, right? This card is to remind you of that. So there you go, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you on the second half of March. And until then, namaste.